Welcome, everyone. Today we're focusing on a critical issue for boards and investors, governing AI strategically and responsibly. This isn't about tech trends, it's about fiduciary duty. AI is now a core business imperative, and it requires the same rigor and oversight as any material risk or opportunity. Key takeaway: AI governance is governance. Let's start with the core idea. AI governance is no longer optional. It's a legal and ethical obligation for boards. Your accountability is evolving. It's not just about outcomes anymore. It's about how decisions are made. And increasingly, those decisions are shaped or executed by AI. That puts governance squarely in your lane. Think about capital allocation and risk management. You wouldn't deploy capital or ignore risk without oversight. AI demands that same rigor. It's not separate from governance, it is governance. Here's the risk: treating AI like an IT issue. That's when it escapes scrutiny and creates real financial, regulatory, and reputational exposure. This is the wake up call. If AI is influencing decisions, and it is, governing it is part of your fiduciary responsibility. AI works in a simple way at its core. It's grounded in data and math. Every system is trained on data, and that data shapes how it predicts and generates outcomes. The key question is, whose data is it using? Yours or someone else's? That choice directly impacts quality, relevance, and risk. AI operates in two ways: retrieval, pulling existing information, and generative, creating new outputs based on learned patterns. And when it generates, it's always influenced by the data behind it. That's where governance matters. If AI is shaping decisions, you need to know: can you trust the output, explain it, and ensure it's relevant to your business? AI isn't magic, it's math applied to data, and your data choices will determine the value or the risk it creates. Data has shifted from an operational byproduct to a strategic asset, and it needs the same rigor as financial capital. But most organizations face data drag, fragmented systems, silos, and low trust. The data exists, but it's not usable. Here's the risk: untrusted data leads to untrusted AI, and at scale, that risk becomes exponential. So the real question isn't, do we have data? It's, do we have AI ready data? That comes down to three things: is it accessible, governed, and trusted? If not, you don't have a foundation for AI, you have risk. AI has moved beyond cost cutting. The real advantage now is growth. Three shifts are driving this. First, demand intelligence, moving from reacting to predicting what customers will want next. Second, dynamic pricing, real-time adjustments that maximize revenue. Third, revenue expansion, AI uncovering new segments and opportunities humans would miss. The bigger shift is from looking backward to acting in real time. Data is no longer just information, it's strategy. So the question for the board is simple: where is AI driving growth, not just saving costs? That's where the real value conversation starts. This isn't about adding AI tools, it's about rethinking how your organization operates. Here's the insight: static hierarchies slow you down, while AI thrives on speed and proximity to data. The closer decisions are to real time data, the more value you create. In legacy models, decisions move through slow approval chains, disconnected from data. AI becomes just another IT tool. In an AI augmented model, decision making is flattened. Authority moves closer to the data, and AI is embedded into workflows, not layered on top. That difference matters. One organization fits AI into old structures. the other redesigns around it. So the question for the board is simple. Are we reorganizing for AI or just buying software and hoping it works? This is a governance imperative. AI is no longer just a technology issue. It's an enterprise risk issue that demands board level attention. There are four key risks: bias, where flawed data gets scaled, regulatory exposure, as rules evolve quickly, security threats with new attack surfaces, and the explainability gap. If you can't explain an AI decision, you can't defend it. So here's the question. Can you legally defend how your AI systems make decisions today? If not, that's your starting point for governance. AI adoption is no longer optional. The question is how you manage it strategically. Three pillars define leadership. First, align AI to strategy. Every initiative must drive revenue, manage risk, or create advantage. No vanity projects. Second, treat data as strategic capital. High quality, accessible data is your competitive moat. Third, govern AI like finance, with accountability, auditability, and clear risk frameworks. The bottom line: advantage now comes from how fast you learn, how well you decide, and how precisely you execute. This is your toolkit for steering the conversation toward what actually matters in AI governance and value creation. Start with revenue versus efficiency. Don't settle for cost savings. Ask where AI is driving real growth and measurable financial impact. Next, data infrastructure. Can you actually access and trust your data? For many organizations, fragmented and siloed data is the real bottleneck. Then, explainability and auditability. If your AI makes decisions, can you explain and defend them to regulators or in court? If not, that's exposure. Fourth, operating model. AI isn't a bolt-on. If you're layering it onto outdated processes, you're limiting its value. And finally, governance. Do you have clear ownership, risk frameworks, and accountability, or is AI scattered across silos? These questions reveal the gap between where you are and where you need to be. And boards that can answer them confidently are the ones positioned to lead. Getting started with AI doesn't require a massive overhaul. It's about being strategic. Focus on early wins that show real value. Start by piloting one high impact workflow. Solve a real problem or unlock a clear opportunity. This becomes your proof point. At the same time, use private, governed AI. Security, access control, and compliance need to be built in from day one. And don't move your data. Bring AI to it. It's faster, safer, and reduces risk. Use AI to ask better questions, challenge assumptions, and uncover new insights. Then build momentum. Start small, prove value, and scale. Success drives adoption.